Yeah.
Bonney against Blue Purple in League. I do remember him playing Bonney before.
No, maybe he played like 1 or 2 games of Bonney, but I don't think
Yeah.
he played too much Bonney, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's new to the deck.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. How do you think this matchup will go? What's your take on this matchup? Who's favorite?
I feel like it has to be Blue Purple favored. I mean, cards like Nankos Shanks and stuff could be strong. Maybe Law and Beppo. But usually longer games tend to go well for the Blue Purple player.
Yep, that makes absolute sense. Especially because Blue Purple is not lacking any high drops as well, right? Like as soon as he gets on boards, they stick. But yeah, I think one of the most important cards is gonna be Nankos Shanks because he has the opportunity to swing high and destroy a big drop of Blue Purple at the same time, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And it probably comes down a lot to the early game. Is Bonney gonna
Yeah,
starve Blue Purple, right? Or is Bonney
1 second.
gonna play more aggressive? That's gonna be a very interesting course of events. Because personally, I have no idea how Bonney would approach this matchup. But Dietmar hopefully has, and therefore he knows how to play this game. And the other way around too. I mean, Blue Purple, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna starve Bonney, or is he not? Right? Is he gonna just keep swinging at it?
Yeah, probably both could work, starving and swinging. I mean, stuff like 9 Mom, Gravity Blade. He plays Gravity Blade. He does. He plays a lot of events actually. He plays 2 Gravity and 2 Red Rocks. So
Okay, that's interesting.
could,
Oh, that's
could be starving
gonna be
strategy.
hard. Yeah, and then just to remove all the 5 costs and the big bodies, if possible. If no Tashigi on board. Oh, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting.
Tashigi is gonna be really important, even
Hey,
because of
Kosuke
like
is not really gonna do anything in this matchup, is he?
too many big bodies, I think. But yeah, even because of like God Threat and stuff, the Tashigi is gonna be really important.
Okay. Who started it? Bonney started off the game, right?
Yeah, Bonney went first.
Do we know who won the dice round?
I think Dietmar won, but I'm not sure. I think whoever won the dice would want to go first.
And I think this first turn already shows us it's gonna be happening. Dietmar swings 8 first, doesn't play such or whatnot. But Blue Purple also just counters it out because he doesn't really want to take his life too early because of threats like Holy Jones. I forgot about this card totally because I feel like Holy Jones might be a really impactful card here.
Oh yeah, Hody is really strong. If you get Hody out early, pressure life, or even later on for the Dawn, it's really strong. But yeah, in general, it's probably more blue purple favorites there. It's not searchable.
See, Cavendish on curve. I think, and I'm not lying, I think I've not seen Dietmar not have Cavendish on curve.
Nah,
I
he's
don't know
different.
how he's doing it.
Different. Nah, it's at some point it's just at some point your deck starts to listen to you.
Yeah,
Like it's
exactly.
with if I play Reiju, I have stage.
Yeah, no, that's totally true. I've never seen you not play stage, right?
Yeah,
So.
I just have it. Maybe I should do it as a one-off. I will still draw it. I play 1 stage. The
That's
things I
crazy.
could do with 1 stage in my deck, right? Just
Oh
3
my
more
god.
slots.
Bro,
Crazy.
you could play like 3 queens instead.
That's crazy. I could play 3 red rocks and hate my life.
Hmm.
I'm becoming a true OCE player then. I mean, Godthread is insane, no?
Yeah, if Hevene has
Yeah,
got threat, I think that would be like the proper play here, right? Like you
for
go to
sure.
8 and you remove the Cavendish, So yeah, that would be really, really good. But let's see. Because he left a lot of them open for it just being God Threat. Maybe he just uses Raging Tiger on one body.
Yeah, double ramping doesn't help him because he's already on 7, so he only needs one ramp. So otherwise it would have been like Godthread and Gear 2, but that doesn't do much. So okay, we still
It's
get
just
2.
ramping. He's gonna get a yeah, he's gonna get his rested on. So no God Threat then.
Yeah. What's
What
that?
else could come down?
Pudding? Oh.
Oh, Pudding is not bad. Pudding is never bad against Bonney, right?
No, pudding is never bad. But Cavendish is already on the boss.
True. Most important card probably already on board.
For sure.
And this Bon Clay is also probably not gonna stay up for too long. And now, imagine we drawn to like 3 Howdy Johns. Not even bad. I don't know. I don't even know how many cards Dietmar had in hand.
I mean, he took 2 life already, so I
Yeah,
would assume a lot. And that also means
yeah.
that like Hody Jones is not as secure anymore because you're already on 3 life and like your hand size is a lot lower now, so going down in cards, down
So
in
yeah.
life is a bit more risky, but should still be fine.
But him taking the first 2 life this aggressively could also mean that he was quite bricked up before. So
Yeah,
maybe he had to take these 2 lives, right? Okay. Chat says it was 8 cards in total.
yeah,
So he
it's
played 1.
Dietmar.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
That
Oh,
is
and
Dietmar.
what are we gonna see being done? I think still Hody at this spot is really good still, right? We can pressure life a lot. We remove the Bon Clay, we swing twice, quite
Yeah,
big.
yeah, I like it.
I think it's still fairly good. Oh, that's Dietmar's. Okay, I didn't know. That makes sense.
Dietmar's wrong. He had 10. We just blame him on being wrong. Misinformation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
misinformation. Just spreading misinformation so
what
it
else?
doesn't seem as bad.
Hmm. What else would you do on this Don? I mean, you could play like a 5-drop, restand Don with Cavendish, play like another 5-drop or something, would also be strong.
Yeah, but if you the problem is if you play a second 5-drop, right, you have to be really worried about Raging Tiger if you don't have the Don open for like if you don't have the Tashigi on board, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So gotta be really careful about that. Any 5-drop would work. Okay, this is a Rouge, right?
Yep.
Okay, Rouge is probably not the perfect play here. I don't
Mhm.
see why I would play a Rouge over a 5 because it doesn't look like he has a proper play here.
I mean, swinging 8, 3 Don, maybe Tashigi, and then he has 1 Don up for leader because of Rouge. I like it. That would be okay.
Actually, yeah,
Just,
actually I agree.
just
That's actually not a
stalling
bad
for the
play.
late game a little bit, for like his Shanks and lower Beppos and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Because playing a
Oh yeah,
5-drop and Tashigi doesn't work. I guess it works if you don't attach it on.
yeah. I like the Beppo. If it would be to come down next turn, that has I think it has a lot of impact. Resting one of the big bodies that comes down. Also, the pudding is probably rested after this turn, so that feels really good. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, we save ourselves from 9 mom. Could 9 mom the Tashigi into life?
That's true, but then we have a 2k in life, right? And
Yeah.
Hody is even more,
Yeah.
like, just way better. Maybe Hevene doesn't want to do that. I don't know. We'll see. Like, we'll see what he's looking around his top 5 cards here for something. And he takes the Sanji, obviously, the pristine card here. Um,
What's the best to play here? Like, Katakuri is not great because then you make yourself very vulnerable to Hori.
oh,
The Sanji
I mean,
cutters.
I feel like if you play Katakuri, actually, I feel like Katakuri is the best play here, just because if you know you're really safe from Hody, right? If you like have a lot of 2Ks in hand and whatnot, and you're good, to go, then maybe Katakuri is the play because then you have the blocker established for the next turns, right?
I mean, you're gonna bleed a lot of cards if you Horisu, but I mean, you're blue-purple, so you might get them back. Yeah.
Probably will at some point, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. This endgame looks like both of these decks feel like endgame giants. It's like blue purple, obviously, drawing two, having like all the big bodies, and then Bonney also having like all these huge bodies. Oh,
Mhm.
okay, interesting. We see a 8-cost Luffy with Rush. René, do you want to remind us what it does?
Yeah, there's a rush, and then if you trash a card from your hand, you can attach a rested on somewhere and bounce a 4-cost. So you could swing like a 10 into the Cavendish and bounce Tashigi, technically.
It's gotta be Tashigi, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you bounce a Rouge, then Tashigi rests herself. Oh
We
no.
already swung with everything, so it's not really our
Yeah.
goal to swing into the Tashigi. So I think just swinging, what is it, 8, is it, right?
I think it's an 8/8, yeah, and if he would use the ability, he could make it a 9. I guess
Doesn't
8.
look like he is using the
Yeah.
ability though. Okay, fair enough. But I like it. I like the 8k swing because Cavendish already
Yeah.
is rested, right? And also I would have liked the bounce as well because it feels really strong having this Tashigi off the board.
Yeah. I wonder what Dietmar's hand is because, like, he used. Yes, Holy. He used his
How
leader
did you say?
ability the turn on the pudding, but
Yeah.
you could have waited and like to see if he plays something like 9-drop Luffy to rest like Sanji or something.
Hevene has 1 or 2 life.
Oh, wir müssen Deutsch reden. Diesmal ist es auch okay, dass wir Deutsch reden, weil wir nicht mit uns alleine reden müssen.
Ah, ja, das ist crazy.
Wir wurden
Ich
von
sehe es auch
deiner
gerade.
Freundin auseinandergenommen.
Ja, das ist so wie immer,
Hm.
ne? Also hat Hevene 2 oder ein Leben?
1.
Dann ist Hody extrem stark hier.
Ja, deswegen meinte ich Kata. Wenn du Kata halt
Okay,
auf
ja,
2
safe.
Leben gespielt hättest, dann wäre safe besser als dieser Luffy. Und auch besser als wahrscheinlich Mom auf 1 Leben.
Ja, es sieht jetzt auch nicht so aus, als hätte Hevene viele Karten in der Hand, also irgendwie so 5, 6
Ja,
maximal.
ja.
Und dann
Oh, Chopper.
Job. Ja, sehe ich auch ab und zu jetzt wieder bei einigen Leuten. Einfach nur, damit sie da extra was ausspielen haben, ne?
Ja, wenn Sanji Blind Flip oder so. Damit du
Ja,
nicht deinen Sanji triffst. Hat aber auch
true,
Style Points, wenn
true.
du einfach einen Chopper in deinem Deck haben kannst.
Das ist schon eine cute Karte.
Kennst du die Dofi-Liste, die den Usopp spielt, der Vanillas ausspielt und dann mit 2K Niji, 2K Chopper und dem Vanilla Gecko, sodass du quasi einen Jinbei hast?
Was?
Ich schick dir das nachher, das ist zu witzig.
Ja, habe ich noch nie, keine Ahnung, habe ich jetzt überhaupt nicht gerafft.
Es
Das hat mir
gibt,
gar
es
keinen
gibt
Sinn
diesen
gemacht.
EB Lissop.
Oh,
Und der spielt wenn du 2 oder weniger 5000 Power
Check,
Charakter
ja.
hast oder so, spielt er einen 6-Kost Vanille aus. Und dann kannst du diesen 2K Chopper, kannst 2K Niji spielen, den Reiju hatzen da.
Ja,
Und
safe.
Gecko Vanille.
Das ergibt Sinn. Gotcha. Aber ja, Blue Luffy hat viele Karten hier verloren. 3 noch in der Hand, aber zieht natürlich jetzt 2 nach, ne?
Ja. Ich glaube, unsere Minute ist rum.
Ne, ist noch nicht 23. Ich habe es genau
Ja.
getimt bei 22 auf 23. Es müssten noch 10 Sekunden sein. Ja, ist jetzt vorbei. Okay. Yeah. Taking a Uzuhachi 2K. We dropped quite a few counter last round to protect our life, right?
Yeah.
I feel like another Hody next turn would be incredible, right? Just another Hody, having the other one on board. The board of Bonney looks amazing. Like having everything protected, as well as the probably 2 best characters on board, right? With
Yeah,
Cavendish and Hody.
for sure.
Yeah, this looks heavy.
That's why bouncing the Tashigi last time would have been pretty good. Then you could
Yeah, totally.
you could bounce the Rosie as well. But now you cannot bounce the Rosie. Now you would have to bounce Tashigi first, but then your like Luffy swing or something gets blocked. So the board is very protected.
So Das könnte, what could Hevene do?
Mm,
Just swinging into board is already really good. Of course, one is gonna get rested.
yeah, the question is, do you value more power or do you actually want to use the Luffy ability?
I feel like here you really need to use the Luffy ability, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you don't have a lot of cards. Maybe you don't. I don't know. It's a rough decision. Is the 1k power more better? Like, is it gonna change anything?
I mean, if you're not gonna use the Luffy ability, then then yeah, then you
Yeah, I
just
mean,
swing the
of course,
Sanji.
yeah. Looks like Heaven is gonna use it.
Yep.
Okay, pitching
Pitches.
a
Oh,
cutter.
interesting.
And of course, you can only bounce the Tashigi. But it's basically either a free block or. Just the Tashigi. Wait, what is he? Oh, yeah, okay. Just pitching the Tashigi and another 1k. I think a free block seems right?
Yeah, yeah. You could block it. I mean, it's 8. You just got a 2k back turn, so could think about 2k 1k in this, but yeah.
DJ, I'm gonna speak Portuguese only for you because you can't seem to know the difference anyway. So
That's crazy. Zui. Zui. Zui.
Okay.
Zui. Do you speak Spanish?
Me no hablos español.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing I can say as well. Okay. What does Hevene do now? I mean, now we could 9 mom, and 9 mom's pretty strong now. I mean, I feel like that's the only reason you would do what you just did.
Yeah, of course. I think my 9 mom is also a really good play here. Like a really good play.
Yeah, it
Honestly.
stabilizes him.
It's a really nice play. You're a bit of open for another Hody, I suppose. But yeah, you do the 6k swing at Cavendish first, right?
Yep.
Or life maybe?
Hmm.
Okay,
Maybe
it was
one more.
life as it looks like.
Only 3 cards in hand. The pudding from earlier definitely shows now.
Oh yeah, really hard.
If he now 9
I mean,
moms Cavendish into life.
ooh,
Oh,
okay.
that is that
And
does
then
hurt
3 done
him.
open. I mean, I feel like that's not even that bad, right? You have 3 done open. You're really safe against Hody,
Yeah.
basically. And next turn, I mean, you're not gonna kill Bonney next turn. So maybe it was too slow. We'll see.
I feel like at this point.
8 at what? At life, I suppose?
You could have attached the 7 don to the pudding. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking about. Just attaching 7 don to pudding and swinging.
Yeah, it's probably just better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You keep the card in hand because now he has to decide what to pitch.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, it would have probably made exactly no difference.
Yeah, the Cavendish is still gone, but you have one more card in hand.
Yeah.
Because now he has to
Crazy.
pitch a 2k. Because he
And
has no
it took a
gravity.
really good 2k on that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
On top of that, so.
Probably just attaching 7 don to.
Oh, and Beppo is gonna be really good here.
Yeah, you get another
Beppo
7k swing.
Yeah, first of all, you get a 7k swing. Second of all, you have a really big body that's now a big threat for next turn. If there's a Hody, if there's anything, right? This is looking rather rough for blue purple, but Bonney has no Dawn open and is quote unquote only a 7k, right? With 3 cards in hand.
Yeah, but there's one of the big bodies is stunned, so if you wanted to go for game, you would have to do it with the pudding.
Yeah, I suppose. And we know that there's a Tashigi in hand, right? So 2k is safe in hand.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe we have to rethink this.
I mean, if you watch the Low against Dietmar game, then if Dietmar's hand looks like those games, then he dies here. Just the brick house in his hand. Okay. I guess
Just one
not.
2k and nothing else.
Yeah, just infinite breaks on like 8. He died to like an 8k swing on like 8 cards in hand. And that twice in a row. Okay. We do have the Nami.
Nami's good, right?
Nami's
Just another
decent,
blocker
yeah.
is really good. He probably died to Hody anyways, so having blocker to be safe if there's no Hody in Dietmar's hand is
Needs to
probably
draw
really
for
good.
turn. I think he forgot to draw for turn.
Might have. He's 5 cards in hand. He was down to 2. He drew 1 of lead ability, 1 from life, so he's on 4.
Yeah, now he really
Okay,
does.
yeah, now he just from turn. Okay. No, he was on 3. Took 1 from life. 1 he drew was on 5, and so he had to draw to 6. Yeah, makes some more
Yeah.
sense, yeah.
Okay, how do you not die here? I mean, if you... I mean, you could jam Sondon into the Hody maybe, and then play Nami, but that's not really getting you any closer to winning the game. Just,
There's the Tashigi we know of already.
yeah.
So this swing basically says we have something, right? And it looks like it's a Sanji Big Mom, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Sanji Big Mom, probably the best play he could have done here, because Katakuri doesn't give him the cycle he needs probably in this situation. If he has a giant open and there's no Hody coming down,
Yeah, you could live with no Hody.
he could live for sure. Yeah.
But it's a Bonney main. Do you really think he doesn't have Hody?
Knock knock. Moss, is that you?
Moss?
Moss, where are you? I mean, on the other side, Beppo is a 11k body, right? So just swinging
Yeah.
that already takes like a lot of cards or the giant out of blue purple's hand. So maybe it's just doomed at this point.
mean,
We'll
if-
see. We'll see.
I mean, even if you just swing like 12 here, just attach it onto the Lorne Beppo, you get
Okay, he does
giant and
go
2 cards.
10 first. Interesting. What is probably pretty reasonable. There could be like potential triggers, I guess, in life that hit the Hody.
Sorry, I'm
So it's
a
probably always
goner
smart
or
to play Hody
something.
first. What?
There's a card,
Which one?
sorry, I'm a goner or something, that bounces an
Yeah.
8 cost.
You could also play, which I was looking at recently, Deathwing, right? Deathwing bounces 7 cost.
Yeah, definitely bounces a 7 cost, yeah.
So yeah, I mean the one you said about you just said is like a mirror, like a good first mirror, good in the mirror, right?
Yeah, it bounces Katakuri.
Yeah.
Like if you play Deathwing, then you just play Sables instead. Also bounces a 7 cost on trigger.
Probably.
Okay, so we giant 1k it is.
Okay, but it means we definitely have some more counter in hand, doesn't it? Because we threw the 1k for the giant already. So it means we basically have at least 3k counter in hand.
We probably have exactly 3k counter in hand. Because of how he... Oh no, it was 10, he threw the 1k for the giant, yeah, it makes sense. I thought he gave 1k for like counter.
We swing here. Is it just... no, we don't have that much done. Is it just 11-13 or we're 12-12? What's the math here? You're the math guy. Okay, it's 11. And then it's basically 13.
Yeah, it has to be for 2Ks.
Alright.
Kata 2K. Something I cannot see.
I think it was an event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dietmar takes game 1, even though he had a huge pudding that took basically his whole hand.
Yeah, the follow-up to the pudding was pretty strong though. Cavendish was already on board and we had the Rouge Tashigi turn that protected the board into Hody, which took a lot of Hevene's cards.
Say it was basically the best comeback he could have had after the pudding,
for sure.
right?
And then
It was the best curve.
Lorne Beppo
Yeah.
also very strong. And the Gravity Blade turn from Hevene was like really slow.
Oh yeah, that was probably also just a deal breaker. And if he had the Don attached, right, and kept the Gravity Blade in hand, he had 1 more 2k in the end. Maybe he could have countered a little bit differently.
Yeah, attaching 7 Don to the pudding probably is a lot better than just playing the Gravity Blade. But yeah, 9 Mom that turn, like we would have ended up with 2 live. Sanji, Luffy, 9 Mom on board. And your opponent only has Hody. So That would have been a good comeback angle, but just the gravity blade. Sadly, didn't do it.
And if I'm not mistaken, if Dietmar wins the second game now, he has basically won the league. Is that right?
Yeah, he should be then first in points and like the win rate difference. So yeah,
So
if he wins this, he wins the league.
does he need to go 2-0 or does he just need to win the best of 3?
No,
You
he
know the
needs
betting
to go
odds.
2-0
Okay. To be safe.
to
Okay,
be
that
safe.
makes
Yeah,
sense. So a lot resting on this one game now.
yeah. Maybe PayPal Hevene before,
He's like,
and
okay,
then
let's just split the pricing if you could.
yeah. And Hevene has like Mav lethal at the end, but swings like 15k into like arrested Bonney searcher.
He was dropping the 2k under the table, so he didn't find it.
Yeah,
Oh god, okay.
reverse cheating, reverse cheating.
Nice. Match fixing.
Yeah,
That would be crazy. But like, isn't like, oh, is that so? Isn't like top top cut trading not just literally match fixing?
yeah, of course.
So that is actually a crime in some countries.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Not gonna say who that it's gotta but hey, just good information to just in general have, right?
Yeah.
All right, second game. Let's see. Hevene can choose now. Probably gonna choose first. I feel like, right? Because blue purple also wants to go first.
Yeah, triple ramp is probably game most of
Yeah.
the time.
I mean, Jaden, that makes sense. But tournament rules usually don't like people don't care as much about tournament rules as if it's an actual crime, right?
Yeah.
So obviously it's banned by Bandai itself, but like if they don't know, right, what will they do? Not saying that you should match fix, right? Obviously not. Only if it's with me, you know.
I
But
was about to say the same. I was literally about to say the same. Unless it's me, give me your wins.
Jack, I'm pretty sure it is a crime in like some countries. Obviously, probably not in like Germany. But but like I know, for example, in Korea, it is a crime, right? Just as like a special like country to point out there.
Yeah, let's just start playing Korean One Piece. Are they still on Sakazuki format? They
Yeah,
should, right?
probably on 6, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know if it's in Germany. That's basically what I meant. It might be. Okay, but we have a searcher now from Dietmar first round, and that makes it already much better. So he doesn't have to take that first life. He still has the card advantage in hand, right?
Yeah. Jack
Even though he got
saying,
second.
is it like when I ticked yes and I'm 18 when I online when I was 13? I don't think the internet existed when Jack was 13. It was
Yeah,
not
Jack
really.
is like 45, right?
Yeah, there wasn't anything to tick.
Like last time he asked me, no, okay, I'm not gonna. It's a bit too far. No, I can't go there yet. Yesterday, you turned 36. Yesterday, 63. I mean, that's crazy. Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I need your help. Why you're not supporting my singing?
Sick. I'm sorry, I can't really.
Okay.
I can't really sing right
You're
now.
excused. Okay, we see the Rouge. Like, there's also not has not been a time Dietmar went second and didn't have Rouge. The heart of the cards.
And now next turn, just Cavendish coming down, and then how do you get?
Yeah.
It's just it's just Bonney gaming, dude. Let's go. Hevene's not playing the 3-cost Dofi, is he?
No, he's not. He's not playing the 3 cost.
So Nami is probably the next best card in this situation. Just to stack your deck for like the next couple
Yeah.
turns.
Yeah, but he needs to ramp, so Godthread
He does. Yeah.
wouldn't be bad for the Rouge.
Maybe he saves it for the next turn. So if there's a Cavendish without Toshi coming down, he just
No.
7-cost events them.
Dietmar. There's Cavendish and Toshiki now.
Okay. Fair enough.
That takes too long for the turn. It cannot be it.
Yeah, cannot be it. If it takes that long, it can't be, right?
That would only
He's
happen if
thinking
it's Moss.
it's just insta played. Is it a 6? Oh no, he. Okay.
Okay, never mind.
I was thinking, why is he resting 6 ton? No, he was just preemptively resting 8 ton in total because
I
he's like,
told
yeah, no,
you.
it
I
doesn't
told
matter
you.
anyways. Yeah, no, I
Next
got
time.
it, got it. Yeah, just believe, I suppose. Oh no. Okay, what is Hevene gonna answer with? Gonna be a bit rough now getting through this board
Yeah,
again,
well,
right?
it's
And
not
Dietmar's
gravity
cut.
bait anymore.
No gravity blade, and there's also no like other proper play. No, like I guess God Thread is still fine because you can like answer the board the turn after, even though you're like a little bit behind. You can still like get back in the game if you get rid of this Tashigi, and there's not a second Tashigi in Dietmar's hand.
I mean, Godfred would still be good on the Toshigi to kill it,
Yeah,
and the next turn have stuff like 9 Mum to be able
exactly.
to get rid of Cavendish. But Gear 2 is a bit weak because now you have Fordon left. Not much you're gonna do with Fordon.
Let's see. 4 down left, like last turn. Dietmar is playing the 5-cost Bonney, right?
Yep.
So that could be quite interesting.
Well, that's an interesting turn, but I
This
don't
is
hate it.
interesting.
I don't hate it actually.
But it needs to be 7k swing because the Urush is otherwise just gonna block.
Yeah. If it's a
There we
6,
go.
then it's just gonna reblock 2k. Is there a world where you protect this?
Maybe just with a block, right? Without a 2k, 1k. Just a block. I think is worth it if you're just gonna follow up with Hody, right? I feel like it's still worth it.
Yeah, you definitely want your Cavendish on the board and stuff, so could be worth it to block it. Okay, let's go.
Oh no, he's just gonna let it go. Maybe he has another one in hand then.
I mean, if he
He's on
plays,
8 on.
yeah, he plays Hody, restands Don, has 3 Don, plays Tashigi, and then has 1 from Rouge.
I
What
was
the fuck?
thinking about Kit, but is this Hody?
I have no idea what just happened. I think
What
that's
is this card?
the Bonney from EB.
Oh, that's the EB Bonney. Wait, he's just freezing his Don, isn't he?
No, it freezes a character and then restands the Don at the end of the turn.
Yeah, Hevene is also looking it up right now. I'm pretty sure it's like, what is this card? No one ever played this against me. But okay. I don't know. Then I probably would have saved the Tashigi. Oh no, there's 3 Don. Never mind. Take it back. There's 3 Don open. We all know what's gonna come down, right?
Oh.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Taking back.
Aggro deck?
Okay. Swing another 6 and another 7. I don't hate it. Another 6?
What's it gonna do with the 1 Don then?
Because he's gonna resend 2, right? At the end of the
Yeah,
turn?
yeah.
Oh, and not trigger?
I guess.
Oh, 7-cost event? Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Just gonna resend it on. Okay. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think that was the right way of playing it. I mean, Dietmar is the Bonney main, and he knows better than I do, probably. But it feels to me as if this Tashigi is actually, in Germany, we would say, der Dreh- und Angelpunkt.
I mean, yeah, we bottom decked the Cavendish now, so. But if we couldn't have done that, then
Exactly.
would have been pretty strong. I mean, we could have still 9 Mom tier, because Shigi would be rested, or bottom decked just in general. Could have just bottom decked the Toshigi.
I guess.
I don't like the 7-cost Bonnie though. I feel like that card is the problem. It's like it has bad stat line at 7 Don for like pretty useless effect. At this point, you could have just attached 7 Don to your board and probably done more damage than playing this body.
I feel like if there was a better play, Dietmar would have played it, right? I feel like that was probably the best play he had with his 7 cost. Got the Bonney. I'm not sure in which matchup it actually is good, right?
I mean, it freezes
But yeah.
anything, I think. So I guess after like he played some of the big bodies, it could be useful. But then he also plays 5 cost Bonney, which does the same, but it's like 2 down cheaper.
Does the 7 cost Bonney have a counter? It does look like
Yeah,
she
yeah.
has
It's
a counter,
7/7 with a counter.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then they print Tashigi 5/7 without a counter, getting 3 done back.
yeah, that card is.
A little bit overstated again.
Yeah, I'm getting banned if I mention my opinion about Zoro players.
It's crazy. But I think I'm up there with you. Okay, let's see how Hevene has his deck stacked. Are we going to see a Sanji Big Mom now, putting the Urush to life, I suppose?
Yeah.
And then just starving, I guess, at that point?
Yeah, there's a good opportunity to starve here. Could just start swinging at the Urush, just bait some cards.
Of course. But what if he just lets it go? Because I think everyone just lets it go, right, at that point?
Yeah, I mean, then you don't need to heal it into his life. Even better. I guess
yeah.
then
That makes sense.
if you're not swinging your leader into life at all, then it's better. I mean, you could heal the Bonney into life. The Bonney is such a...
Yeah, I don't know how much sense that makes, but
No,
maybe.
no. Not a lot.
Yeah. Okay. We also have to be careful about like a big drop coming down next turn, because if we only play like a one big body, like only Katakuri or only Sanji, Big Mom, I mean, then Beppo Law could be quite annoying, right? Okay, and happens exactly how we predicted, right? He swings into the
Okay.
Rouge and Dietmar lets it go. Okay, and now we see the Katakuri. Yeah, now Beppo Law is gonna be a menace, right? Just resting the only big body.
Yeah, pretty strong. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
and
what happens.
of course he has it. I mean, why wouldn't he, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And
He's him.
it gets restored, so it's not as bad, I suppose.
Yeah, you lose the swing and the block, but at least you get to block the turn after.
Yeah.
Unless there's another low Beppo.
Oh, if there's a second lob up, that is rough. Like, how many does Dietmar play? 2? Maybe
Yeah,
3?
yeah, plays 2.
Yeah, so if he has both in hand, I think the game is already pretty cooked. I feel like the only thing that's problematic about this card, in this situation especially, is that you don't have a Don open, right? Okay, now Hevene doesn't really have a lot of bodies to swing with, but what if it gets a bit tighter, right? Like a bit more tight in the end game? Then
Mm.
this one open Don could mean a lot.
Yeah, it's a little bit worse at just doing what Dofi did. Because sometimes if you play 10 cost Dofi, your opponent just loses one turn and you gain
Yeah.
one. This is like a little bit of that, but more flexible. Has many
Yeah.
use cases.
Especially in turns like these, where I mean Dofi would have frozen the leader and the Nami as well. But in this case it doesn't really make a difference because we're a 7k leader anyways, and
Yeah.
I don't think Hevene wants to attach too many Don, right?
Yeah, and I think Dietmar's also pretty happy about taking some life.
Yeah, probably. Okay. See if Hevene found anything proper in these cards on top.
Mm.
What could help him out? Big
Maybe
Mom
just...
obviously is good.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a target, but at least it's a heal. Could also be just another Katakuri.
Sanji Katakuri is probably better than Big Mom at this point, right? If you can like save up the Big Mom somehow.
Yeah, we do run into the same problem as always, Hody, but I feel like at some point you just gotta stop playing around it and pray he doesn't have it. Because you're just gonna lose anyways if he has it.
100% agree. I think in this situation, you can't play around Hody.
Yeah.
Like, literally. You have 2 blockers on board. A third blocker and 1 open don should be enough to just survive Hody,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure. Because the Katakuri also gets active now.
Dietmar does still have quite a bit of cards in hand, right? So he could technically survive Yeah, no, he could still counter out of like 8 or 9k swings out of his board. Hmm. There's not much Hevene can do, except build his own board.
Yeah.
With the Big Mom, for example, what we were talking about.
Do you ever heal the Bonney Searcher? Hmm.
I suppose you don't. Oh, he had a red rock in hand. Is
Interesting.
there an argument for playing red rock instead of Big Mom here?
I think so, yeah. Because, I mean, Bedrock's gonna be not great in future turns, maybe, especially if there's more going on the board. So you definitely want to get rid of it this turn, but I think it's better by getting rid of it by using it. Because like the Big Mom's more flexible in like later turns. Let's say a place like Cavendish or something, or like a new Urush or something. Then you have a decent target to put something into life and heal. While now it's like a bit wasted. So yeah, I would like probably better.
Yeah, and you could like swing a 9k at the 7-cost Bonney as well. Get like 2
Yeah.
more cards out of it. Even if you rest, like even if Dietmar rests Hevene's Nami, we reached in
They
the.
had no Dawn open, so the swing was free. I feel like it's a lot better.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, right. Then you have to block a Don open, and you swing 9 at the Bonney
Yeah, he loses
to
a
get
lot
2
of
cards.
cards then. He loses 2 cards, loses his Law and Beppo. So yeah, I think that's better. Because establishing the 9 mom here also isn't really that threatening yet. Because still has 4 life.
Yeah, and you don't really heal anything into his life either.
Yeah, and if you play your Lin Lin and then swing with it, but Law and Beppo's on the board, then if your opponent just decides to swing it at your board because your hand size is low, then it's also just gonna be hard to defend it. So yeah, I like the red rock here a lot more.
Okay. Let's see how Dietmar is gonna approach this turn. What did he search with Bonney? Searcher? I missed it, I think.
I think it's 2K, but I was
Okay,
looking at it.
fair enough. The 8k swing right in the beginning, where you see a giant coming down, and I like that he giants like right at the beginning, just being like able to play around any like shenanigans,
Yeah.
maybe stacking up 2k counters in his hand, right? So he doesn't have to.
Yeah, it was a 2K. It
So
was a
that,
2K. I'm not
yeah,
blind.
okay, makes sense.
Sometimes with the different alt arts and stuff gets confusing.
Yeah, of course. Well, we had the point in the game where there is so many artworks for so many um of the same characters, right? That definitely gets confusing. I feel like especially for people who get new into the game, it's a really hard point to get into the game right now.
Yeah, could be. Don't like the winner artworks just by how they look in general. Like the old ones are cooler. Like Nami, Bonnie and stuff, the old winner cards.
Yeah, I think you like you said before that you like the Japanese ones. Do you like way more, right?
Yeah, the Japanese ones are just full art versions, I feel like, of the TP version, but like with regular colors. Kind of like the championship cards that we get in Paris and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, but in for the Western winner cards, they just put a bunch of like random shit on it, the winner stamp and like this doubled artwork, like a shadow.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I don't mind them. I think they're cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just a taste thing, or how do you say it in English?
Yeah,
Opinion-based thing, I suppose.
it's taste.
Yeah. I like what Dietmar did in his turn. Just swinging like a bunch to get cards from Hevene, and also like getting events from him, and then just establishing blockers on board, right? Like he knows Hevene's game plan right now is trying to swing into board. That's why he established the Lin here, right? But the blockers negate that completely.
Still not sure why we pitched the red rock earlier, because like even now, wouldn't hate red rocking the what's it called, Law and Beppo. Because like
Yeah, totally.
the The Bonney is not the biggest character. It's 7k, which is a bit annoying, but like if we just red rock the low and Beppo here, then there's basically only this Bonney on the board, which makes Dietmar's board not too threatening. And then Hevene has like a lot of time to just draw a bunch of cards, play Sanjis, and heal.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think here we also see the biggest issue with not playing Red Rock, right? We have the second big body, but Dietmar just leaves his leader ability open, right? And then
Yeah.
the second big body is like there's no big body. So I feel like it's not really perfect.
Does he heal the Rosie
Okay.
into life?
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. 4 big bodies is a big difference now. All of a sudden.
Yeah, that's better than Red Rock. But
This is way better than Red Rock.
Red Rock the other turn. Oh, it's just gone.
That life is gone.
we just suffocated the Rosinante.
That's funny.
Just gone.
Well, is there? I don't know how much I like putting the Rosinante to bottom life. I guess it's easier for Hevene than to swing into board, right?
I
But
think it's a bit like he's hit him like putting it into life. I don't mind, but he hit into life and put the block into life. That's what I don't
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
If you put the block into life, that's because you want to hit board and not have him like block a big swing. But then also giving him cards to defend board is a bit like a bit weird.
Yeah, makes no sense. But I mean, maybe he thinks that I mean, and he's totally right. At some point, he has to kill Dietmar, right? And at some point, he has to like get rid of his life. Yeah, he's just mapping 2-turn lethals exactly.
But then I would leave the blocker on board because like now it's alive and the 1k in hand. That's definitely better for Dietmar than blocking it when we are talking about defending life.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're probably right. So yeah, I mean, it happens. But now it's the question: is he gonna keep swinging at board, or does he just start swinging at like? I don't know. Okay, yeah. For the next turn, because now Dietmar is what if we have a Hody at this point? But we would have played that, right? Like Dietmar would have played that before.
That's an interesting swing to 12k now.
Because he has like what 8 modern open. Are we gonna
Yeah.
see Kid maybe?
No. You wouldn't play
With
Kid and
blocker?
just pass.
I mean, you could just play Kid and blocker with the Kid, and then you have a bunch of like. No, you need to Don open. I don't think Kid makes sense.
Yes, for life.
Not the Hody. Maybe just a 5 cost. Okay, now okay, we start searching. Wanna kind of map out the rest of our turn. Maybe see another 5 cost come down here. Yeah, exactly. Another Cavendish and a blocker, just a small blocker, like how's it called, Batch
Yeah.
or
Rosie.
Rosie. I think that would not seal the deal, but be really good. If he has another Hody in hand to finish next turn, I feel like, yeah, could seal the deal if we block her up here. Swinging 6 here doesn't really make sense, does it? I mean, it's not wasted in general, I suppose.
I could play 5 cost Bonney freezing the 8 drop, but that's just taking one swing away because as a blocker it restands itself anyways. And yeah, you just
Yeah.
block.
Yeah, I think we block this either way. Don't think Hevene can go for game next turn. I think if you map it out properly, there's got to be one body coming, like one blocker coming down, one Don being open, and we have the Kid Killer on board anyway. So
Yes, that's why I would have wanted. That's why I was so confused about the 12k swing because if he did the 6 first and he blocked it, at least he would have had to make a decision if he wants to block it or not. But now
yeah,
it's just an insta block.
true. Bonney means no blocker. That makes definitely sense. But yeah, Cavendish blocker is probably the play I would have predicted anyways. So let's see how Hevene is gonna go at this? Is he gonna go at board or is he gonna swing it live? What do you think?
I mean, the 8 definitely represents swinging at life. I don't think he goes 8 into the Bonney.
I think he's still like searching his cards.
Oh, no, never mind, you blocked. All the rest of Katakuri, so I was like, oh, it's an 8.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot to remember. What swung, what used, like whatever is, yeah, a
Blade
lot of rested
time. Yeah, I
characters.
guess Gravity Blade wouldn't be bad. You get rid of the blocker and the Cavendish, and you have some 9k swings for the Bonney, and then you have a Katakuri standing and 3 more done, so you're somewhat Hody proof. He also has a
Oh
decent
yeah,
hand size now.
Howdy would be probably bad then, because we know
Yeah, yeah.
there's a gear 2 in hand already, so. Swinging before playing out anything makes sense. So what are we gonna rest? Of course, probably Sanji or Big Mom, either one.
Yeah, just another 9k.
First 9k is it probably gonna get countered, yeah, and with a okay 1k there. Second 9k. There's an argument for getting blocked. Yeah, I like that. I don't hate it. And if there's Don attached to Cutter, we know there's not going to be as much Don being left open, so that's probably fine.
And he's not gonna Gravity Blade anymore anyways, and I don't think he plays like another 9 drop. His board is already like pretty full. So maybe there's like another 9k into the Bonney. And then, I don't know, something like Nami maybe? 5 drop Nami would be strong. And
That
let's
makes
do.
sense.
Then you
I
have
feel like
like 3 Don open as well. Nami goes
feel,
into live.
can we swing live twice? Okay, we swing live twice. So basically set up Leafer for next turn.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's another 9 cost coming down. Healing the Cavendish.
Yeah, you definitely
Having
want that
2
going.
life. But now Hody is a big threat, right?
For sure, yeah. You get exactly red 1 Don and the Katakuri blocker.
Yeah. And then just swinging what, 8? 7, 7, 8, 10, 11 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
7, 8, 8 it would
I
be. Yeah, 7,
mean,
8, 8.
he pitched the 1k of the Big Mom though, so.
Is he just gonna go board here? The 11k swing first. That's interesting. Making Hevene guess what's gonna happen here. I mean, to be fair, the heal of Cavendish, like you don't really have the means to kill Dietmar now again if there's gonna be 1 or 2 blockers coming down. Oh, a Shanks. Okay. It's killing one of the big bodies, having 1 done open. So there's only gonna be like 3 to 4 swings gonna come at Dietmar. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. If he's sure that he can live this, I don't hate it.
Yeah, there's 4 swings coming. He has 3 life, I think. 2 of them are 1k and he has a bunch of cards in hand. He
Yeah,
probably
there's
survives.
like 5. Yeah, it looks like 5, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he's
5.
definitely gonna like live 1 swing at least. Okay. And we have established another 11k body on board with Shanks. I love this artwork. It's so pretty. I love that. I really want to have that. If Uta ever gets good again, I'll definitely have this artwork. Just print a second deck or something, a second starter deck or something.
The third one, you mean?
A third one, it's actually third one. It's crazy. Never mind. The second one was basically, I mean, it was fine.
The second one was
But
just reprinting all the promo events and like Shanks.
yeah, what is that? Yeah, the 4-cost Uta is nice, but it's not good enough, right? It's like, meh.
Shanks is kind of insane.
Yeah, Shanks really good, but it's better for Bonney than for Uta itself. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of green cards are gonna be better in Bonney than a lot of other decks. It's just Bonney is just so strong.
True. Shanks isn't even played in Zoro, is it?
No. They just aggroed it down. Is
Yeah, so we
Shanks
definitely need
slash
some
type?
Uta support again.
Probably, right?
Yeah, of
Has to be.
course. I mean,
Yeah.
it has
So
to be.
you could search it with Verona Searcher then. We are in
Yes.
overtime.
Oh, we are. Okay, so what is this? Like one turn? No.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Hevene
3.
is
0, 1,
first
3.
turn. He's turn 0.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like it's gonna be over anyways after this turn. So either Hevene kills Dietmar here, or Dietmar's gonna clap back and kill Hevene. That looks like
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely
He
looks like
might
that.
regret pitching Nami earlier unless he has one more Nami.
So what is this gonna be?
Oh.
13k?
Guess he just goes all in.
Or maybe he's gonna think about putting 9k. And I don't even hate it.
Putting 9k is not the worst, yeah. He just goes all
Okay.
in.
I don't hate the putting 9k. It's crazy, but I don't hate it. No, he goes all in. 13 also fine. We see 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. He had only 2Ks in hand. In these 5 cards, there were 4 2Ks and 1 1K.
I mean, we knew the Apu still. He hasn't countered a lot all game. He has pitched 2k, 1k on the Bonney ones and then blocked the other one. We knew there's 2 1ks from life, so I guess kind of makes sense that he has a lot of counter.
This though, no Don open.
That's that
1
10.
blocker standing though. Okay, we pitch 2K, 2K, 1K for the 10K swing, and now all 3 swings have to connect, right? 3 cards in hand.
Yeah,
No, wait, more cards,
he
way
has a
more
lot,
cards.
way more cards. Yeah, but we know the gear 2 is a brick. And it's like 11, 11, 11, I guess. That's what you go for.
I think you can even do something cheeky, like go 10 life. If he doesn't take it, you go like, or like go 9 life. If he doesn't take it and pitch 2 2Ks, you start swinging at board.
Do you
Because, no, you're
survive?
dead. No,
You're
you're
dead.
dead. Yeah, never mind. I just saw we don't have life. That's Dietmar, never mind. Take it back. But it's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
11
Oh, he has one
with
more done.
leader.
It's 11, 11, 12. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't make a difference here.
He has to
It's always
guard, he
gonna
has
be
to guard 111.
exactly as long as he can guard 111, it's gonna be fine. So another 11 block, and then we see
Could he have
12 coming
survived
live.
the 12 if he just didn't? Yes,
There's a question: if he left like 2 Don open or something, just 1 Don open.
he has Red Rock in hand. He has the gear we
He
knew,
has
but I think the other one is Giant. He has a
yeah. There's 2
2k.
events in hand. Yeah. So not being greedy, just leaving 2 Don open feels like the right play here, right?
I mean, yeah, if he last turn just attached 1 or 2 Don less, then maybe.
Okay, but with that, Dietmar takes the best of 3, and therefore solidifies his standing in the league, right?
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's him winning the league, the Div 2-1.
That is
Is he undefeated or
well
did he lose
deserved.
one? No, he lost to Betty. And I think he lost to Jack too.
Yeah, this
Not
is definitely well
undefeated.
deserved. I mean, he only he only played the Bonney, but I mean, as long as it works, I suppose that's totally fine.
For sure. I mean,
Okay.
he's pretty big on the Bonney.
I mean, it looks great what he is doing. Like everything looked really calculated. Like he knows exactly what he's doing, what he needs to take, and what he needs to counter and whatnot. Like, so really, really well done.